So now we are going to take up, that is the hydrolysis of alkyl halide. As I already told you that alkyl halide is actually a haloalkane, that means an alkane carrying a halogen. This halogen can be fluorine, can be bromine, can be chlorine, can be iodine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, either of, right. So what we are going to do is, we are going to add aqueous KOH into it, potassium hydroxide. And what is going to happen, actually this is going to break this way and this is going to attach to this part. As we know that this is the negative radical and this is a positive. So what it is going to form, it is going to form an alcohol. Along with that there will be a KX. Let's take up some example. Suppose this is my CH3, let's say Br, that means methyl bromide. I am going to add KOH. So this is going to break in this way and this OH is going to attach here. So what as a result I get? I get methanol, and along with that I get potassium bromide. So here is our alcohol what we were looking for. So that means we can prepare it from alkyl halide just by the the hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means the breakdown, and how we are breaking it? We are breaking it by adding the castic potash, that is the potassium hydroxide, right. Next is the by reduction. You know that, what do you mean by reduction? Reduction is actually the addition of hydrogen, right. So what we are going to do is, we are going to perform reduction of carboxylic acid compound, we are going to do a reduction of an aldehyde, and we are going to do a reduction of ketone, right. So just look at the board. Suppose I have this RCOH, that means R can be any hydrocarbon chain, any alkyl group, and I am going to do the reduction. So obviously I am going to add the hydrogen. To speed up the reduction, we know that we can make use of reducing agent, and reducing agent which are commonly used as lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride, can be nickel, can be palladium. So these are the common reducing agent which we can use actually. So let's make use of either. So let's see that I have taken the lithium aluminium hydride. So what is going to happen? This carboxylic acid is just going to get reduced, and this is just going to catalyze the reaction so that we can get the product early. So what do we get? We get RCH2OH. So this is an alcohol. Likewise, we can perform the reduction of an aldehyde. So let's say it is RCHO. As we know that aldehyde is something which carries this group, this CHO, right. So I took this compound, again the hydrolysis, same reducing agent I can take, or either of it I can select actually. So again what do I get? I get again an alcohol. Likewise I can take the ketone, same conditions. So what do I get? I get again RCH2. This will be something like this. So this is again the alcohol. So what as a result you can make out that when you carried out the reduction of carboxylic acid and aldehyde, that means the aldehyde can form as you can see that ketone has formed the 2 degree secondary alcohol, and the carboxylic acid and the aldehyde mainly produce 1 degree. So likewise we can produce the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. What do you have to look for? You just have to see that how many carbon atoms to which our special carbon is being attached. And what is that special carbon? I think you can recall, the special carbon is the one to which the OH group is attached. So likewise we can perform the reduction of carboxylic acid, aldehyde or ketone, and likewise we are going to get the product. Let's take an example also along with that. So let's take this example. Let's say we have this CH3COH. What is the name for this CH3COH? It is ethanoic acid. So again I have to carry a reduction, that means a hydrogen and a reducing agent. So what do I get? I get CH3CH2OH. The carbon atoms, as it contains 2 carbon atoms, so obviously we are going to get the alcohol of 2 carbon atoms. So that means we get this alcohol. Ethanoic acid is converted to ethanol. Likewise we can take an example for aldehyde. Let's say that this is CH3CHO, this is ethanol, right. So what we are doing is again the same conditions, carrying out reduction, presence of reducing agent, and what do we get? We get CH3CH2 OH. Again, see 2 carbons initially and 2 carbons in the product side also. Likewise, we can take it for the ketone also. Let's say this is my propanone. Same conditions. So what is going to happen here is, so it is going to be CH3, CHOH, that means you are going to get the secondary alcohol. So as you saw that in this case you get primary alcohol, in this case also you get the primary alcohol, but as a result of the reduction of the ketone you get the secondary alcohol. So this is what actually is the reduction, that is by the reduction, this by carboxylic acid, ketone and aldehyde you can get the respective alcohols. Last is from the Grignard reagent, that how you can get it from the Grignard reagent. As I told you that Grignard reagent is actually the RMGX, right. So what we are going to do is, we are going to react this Grignard reagent with, we can react it with aldehyde, we can react with ketone, we can use either of, right. So what is going to happen is, when we are going to react with this, because both of them is going to contain this group, right. So they are going to form the intermediate and finally we are going to get our alcohol. So let's take an example and I'll explain you with the help of example. Let's write it here. So this is my Grignard reagent. Let's say that, suppose we take an aldehyde first. So this is my aldehyde, right. What is this? This is CH3CHO, that is ethanol. I am going to add Grignard reagent. Let's write this R as CH3. Let's make it CH3. Then what is going to happen? I told you that it will result in the formation of adduct or an intermediate or an addition product, whatever term you can use. So what is the addition product actually? To this O, this MgX gets attached, this H remains as such, and here this R attach actually. Right, see the attachment occur in this way that to O MgX gets attached and to C there is an attachment of R, bond gets single accordingly, and this is our adduct intermediate. It is actually unstable. So what it is going to form? It is going to form CH3. We are going to add water here, and what as a result we know that water is H and OH. So this H is going to attach here and to OH MgOH is going to attach. So what do we get? We get CH3COH H CH3 and plus MgOH X. So this is going to be formed. So what we did actually, we took an aldehyde, we added the Grignard reagent, this MgX part attached to the O, bond becomes single, and this CH3, that is the R, attached to this point of the carbon. This become an addition product, that is the adduct. Because it is an intermediate unstable compound, so it will break off, but for that this hydrolysis we need to add water. So this is what we did, we added water, that is H and OH, H gets attached to the O, that means it displaces MgX, and as a result MgX combines with OH to form MgOHX. So this is our the alcohol. So likewise we can use it for ketone also. So let's take it for ketone also. Let's say we have this ketone. This is propanone. What I'm going to add is, we are going to add the Grignard reagent. Let's say it is CH3 MgX. Again we know that MgX is going to attach to O and CH3 is going to attach here. So let's make an addition product. Bond gets single, CH3, and here is CH3. Now we are going to break it by adding water, as I told you, H and OH, and H is going to attach here and OH with this. So what do you get after that? This, and this becomes MgOH. X. So this is our alcohol. So that means when you do perform a reaction for ketone, you get tertiary alcohols, but when you did for aldehyde, you get 1 degree or 2 degree alcohol. You need, so because you don't have to cram actually that when you get 1 degree or 2 degree, because when you are going to perform a reaction, you are just going to see that our special carbon is attached to 1 carbon, 2 carbon or 3 carbon. Likewise you can say that it is 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree, because you cannot cram things, right. So just take the raw products, just perform the reaction, and just the result is before you, right? So like this, you need to practice these reactions at home. As I took different examples, you take your own examples and try to perform these reactions. See, this organic chemistry is not a tough chemistry, but what you have to do is you have to keep on check that what are the actually the reactions or the compounds from which you can form a given compound, and then just make yourself familiar with the process also. That here, like suppose for alkyl halide I need to carry hydrolysis, right? And we know that for hydrolysis we add KOH. So likewise you need to be familiar with the basic concepts, and if you are not familiar, just look at the video of organic chemistry, some basic principles of organic chemistry of class 11. You will be able to know that like for what kind of reactions, what raw materials you need to be